A Piece of Steak by Jack London. Tom King sat at the table, wiping his plate clean with the last bit of bread, still hungry despite being the only one to eat. His wife, Lizzie, had gone without, watching him with worried eyes, while their 2 children slept in the next room to forget their empty stomachs. The flour for the gravy was borrowed from a neighbor, and the bread had cost their last 2 halfpennies. At 40, Tom was a worn-out prizefighter, his body a testament to years in the ring. Battered knuckles, swollen veins, a twice-broken nose, and a cauliflower ear. His face was that of a brute, clean-shaven and menacing, yet he was no criminal, just a professional boxer who reserved his ferocity for the squared circle. He reached for his pipe out of habit, scowling at the empty tobacco pouch. His movements were slow, burdened by heavy muscles that once propelled him to glory as the heavyweight champion of New South Wales. Now, times were tough in drought-stricken Australia. Work was scarce, and even navvy jobs eluded him. Tonight, he faced young Sandal at the Gaiety Club for a purse that could pay his debts if he won, 30 quid, or leave him penniless if he lost. But his training had been inadequate. No sparring partner, insufficient food, and the constant worry of feeding his family. That morning, he'd craved a piece of steak, but the butchers Burke and Sawley refused credit, betting on Sandal to win. As Lizzie inquired the time, 8:15, Tom rose, admitting his poor preparation. She kissed him goodbye, urging him to do him, and he echoed the words with forced heartiness, knowing this fight was primal, like a beast hunting meat for his mate and cubs. The 2-mile walk to the Gaiety felt endless. In his prime, he'd have arrived by cab, surrounded by admirers. Now, he trudged alone, reflecting on his palmy days, big money, adoring crowds, and easy victories over aging fighters. He recalled putting away old Stousher Bill in the 18th round 20 years ago, only now understanding Bill's tears, likely driven by hunger and family needs, just as Tom was now. The iron law of boxing haunted him. Every man had a finite number of fights in him. Tom had outlasted his peers, finishing many himself, but now he was the old Un, a chopping block for youngsters like Sandal, who had come from New Zealand with promise. Sandal fought for glory and career, Tom for survival. Youth was nemesis, destroying the old while dooming itself to the same fate, its arteries enlarging and knuckles smashing until age claimed it. At the Gaiety, a crowd of larrikins parted respectfully as Tom entered. In the dressing room, the secretary greeted him, and soon he emerged to applause, acknowledging unfamiliar faces, kiddies unborn during his heyday. The referee, Jack Ball, another old pug, shook his hand. Challenges rang out from aspiring heavyweights, youth ever insatiable, climbing the ropes over the bodies of the old. Tom watched, fascinated by the eternal cycle. Sandal appeared, handsome and muscular, his body alive with untapped vitality. They shook hands as the gong sounded. Sandal attacked like a whirlwind, landing quick blows, but Tom, undazzled, conserved energy, blocking, ducking, and clinching. He knew youth's splendor would fade. He endured, even taking a deliberate head blow to damage Sandal's knuckles, recalling his own first smashed knuckle against the Welsh Terror. The crowd jeered Tom's passivity, betting 3-1 on Sandal, but in the 3rd round, Sandal left an opening. Tom's rigid hook felled him like a bullock. Sandal took the 9 count, rising shaken. Tom regretted missing the jaw's point for a knockout. Rounds blurred. Tom economical, Sandal prodigal. By the 7th, Sandal's pink condition faded. Tom's experience shone in clinches, shoulder drives to the ribs, and feints that wasted Sandal's strength. In the 9th, Tom's right hook dropped Sandal thrice. Sandal slowed, but his youth endured. Tom shepherded his waning vigor, knowing his battered knuckles and heart couldn't match endless rallies anymore. In the 10th, Sandal's high hook dazed Tom momentarily, but he countered with uppercuts, driving Sandal to the ropes in a barrage. A police captain nearly stopped it, but Sandal proved his mettle with back air springs. Youth will be served, Tom thought, echoing words from his victory over Stosher Bill. In the 11th, Sandal bluffed freshness. Tom clinched, then uppercut him down. He hammered relentlessly, the crowd roaring for a whirlwind finish. But Tom's legs cramped, knuckles failed. He weakened as fast as Sandal despite landing blows. Sandal quivered on the mat but rose at 9, stalling. Tom, bitter over the missed stake, willed a final punch, but exhaustion betrayed him. His blow landed weakly, and he clinched, feeling Sandal strengthen. Sandal's recovering punches landed. Tom's arm wouldn't guard. Blackness enveloped him. He awoke in his corner, defeated, hunger gnawing like faintness. Sandal accepted another challenge as Tom left, refusing a drink at the pub. Penniless, the long walk home loomed. On a domain bench, overwhelmed by thoughts of Lizzie waiting, his smashed hands unfit for work, and the sickening hunger, tears came. He understood Stosher Bill's despair now. Poor old Bill, fighting for stakes greater than glory.